Hello, where are we to direct our minds? What are we to set our minds upon, and why is that important, specifically as a born again believer? We'll start with Romans chapter 8, verse 5, where Paul says, "For those who live according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh." So we have this very strong link between living according to the flesh and setting your mind on the things of the flesh. That if you do the one, it's going to be correlated directly with the other. And then he continues, "But those who live according to the Spirit set their minds on the things of the Spirit." So for me to live and to walk in the Spirit means directing my mind upon the things of the Spirit. And we know from Galatians, these two things are directly opposed to each other. The flesh and the Spirit are in direct opposition. So I can identify at any time in my life where I am setting my mind and see after that I'll either walk according to the flesh or the Spirit, depending on where I'm setting my mind. He continues, "For the mind, or for to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the Spirit is life and peace." And then Paul says this in Colossians chapter 3, "If you have been raised with Christ, seek the things that are above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory." So again, we have this mindset that is to be set on the things above rather than the things below. And again, by doing so, we are directed by the Spirit and empowered by the Spirit. We know this very well, this account where Jesus described the type of death that he was going to die. And then shortly after it says, "And Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, 'Far be it from you, Lord, this shall never happen to you.' But he turned to Peter and said, 'Get behind me, Satan. You are a hindrance to me, for you are not setting your mind on the things of God, but on the things of man.'" So again, we can think of the flesh, the things of earth, and the things of man to avoid setting our mind upon, but rather the things of the Spirit, the things above, and the things of God to set our minds upon. And as we do so, we will follow in our life. And so this is much of our battles, how and where we direct our mindset, where we direct our thoughts, because our thoughts can be deterred and put on the wrong thing. Lastly, this from 1 Corinthians chapter 2, where Paul says, "For who has known the mind of the Lord that he will instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ." This is the great blessing, that we have the Holy Spirit dwelling within us that seeks to set our mind on the things above, on the things of the Spirit, and on the things of God. And so for us to cooperate with the Holy Spirit's leading in this will also bless and transform our mind and our life as we continue in that. Take care.